like medical school. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. And even like middle school, they were still like, and even like so Mitt Romney, like voted for impeachment, and then he what was his son? He just was saying that like they could find a way. And I was like, what is this idea? It's so stupid.
Welcome into Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. We've got 2A action for you, coming to you from Region 17, APA West Valley, preparing to host the St. Joseph Jayhawks. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. And we've got a really fun matchup for you. Second go-around between these two in Region 17 as the St. Joe's Jayhawks come in 6-9 overall, 5-5 in region play. But the impressive thing is the leading scorer in the state being Savion Armstrong, number 11 young man, shoots nearly 70% from the field. That's not a typo. He is one of the more dynamic players you'll see all year long. And then you got a couple outside shooters with Stockton Buckway and CJ Kirjewski. This St. Joseph squad can score with the best of them. Meanwhile, the APA Eagles, this team out of West Valley, it's senior night here. A good energy, but they've got one of the top sophomore scorers in the classification, and Wade Hymas, young man averaging 19 points a game. Just a sophomore, he's a dynamic shooter. They do a lot of things to try to free him up. Second year here with major time under Coach Argyle. And then one of the better posts in all of the classification in Javier Prieto, a 6'1 senior, wearing number 33, averaging 14 and 8. He's in the center circle for the tip. Coach Argyle said, look, Roland Hall, they've got some really talented bigs. Outside of them, we think he's the most talented big in the state. Watch for them to try to get Prieto involved tonight. It's the Eagles and the Jayhawks. Come to you live on Deseret News Rewind, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. As the opening tip controlled by St. Joseph, the Jayhawks wearing the black and gold here tonight. Got a little green trim if you can get it. As Buckway plays this one into the corner. Coming up top, try to get that to Savion. How about the steal instead by Ben Beckstead? Beckstead down the floor, too strong, gets his own rebound, goes back up with it. That one wouldn't go, and it's cleared by St. Joe's, and here comes the Jayhawks. Buckway will now get it to Savion. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong into the paint. Sorry, Savion, I kind of mixed up the name there. There's a long ball here ahead. That one kept in. Is Prieto able to gather it here for APA West Valley? And he'll give it off with Memo Chacon, one of the seniors, an all-senior starting lineup here tonight for Coach Argyle. We mentioned senior night. And that one out of play, turned over here by the Eagles. One of the things for Coach Argyle said in the first matchup, it was a close one, 77-71, the final for St. Joseph. Said, you know, we had a couple turnovers, didn't help us out in that matchup. As an early one there. Here is Savion pulled from just inside the line. That shot just off the mark, and the rebound cleared by the Eagles. APA running down the floor. Chacon comes over. Gets it back up top. Little zone look here for St. Joseph, and a travel here before that outlet pass. It'll be St. Joseph basketball. Buckway across the timeline, young man that originally started out at Bonneville before transferring over to St. Joseph. Savion Armstrong here, he also came up through one of the Valley programs before moving over. As that shot missed by Buckway, they'll send it back out. Here's Savion. Armstrong being defended there by Noor. And blocked away. How about the closeout there by Abdiraham? And another missed shot for St. Joe's. Here come the Eagles. And we've got a foul going to be called here on the play. This one looking to go on Savion. That'll be his personal first team foul on the Jayhawks. And we've got an early timeout here taken. 6:05 left in our first quarter, up and down the floor, but have yet to break through. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military veterans and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
Welcome back here to APA West Valley. No score between the Jayhawks and the Eagles as Savion there with a steal. Young man, the leader on the team in steals. As here's a shot, that one wouldn't go. Tap back out, Armstrong off the glass, and there's the first points of the contest to Savion. Savion, the leading rebounder for St. Joe's as well, as that one trying to come away. Now we've got a foul here going to be picked up by Noor for APA West Valley. He'll come off the floor. Substitutions for Coach Argyle. It includes Casey Norris, Wade Hymas wearing number 1. We talked about him in the open, and Ben, I I was thinking it was Beckstead. I think I got that wrong. There's a third, and we'll get it to you. Here's a three-point try. That one good, and it's 5-0 here. St. Joe's. The timeout is being taken advantage of by St. Joe's. The Jayhawks up here. Kierdziewski with the three. In the paint. Nice touch underneath by Ben Beckstead. First points of the ball game for the Eagles, coming there from the senior wing. Here's Savion. High screen, Savion will kick it out. Buckway in the paint, tries an extra pass inside to Dirks, but they couldn't connect. Eagles down the other way. Up top here with Castillo. Try to get it inside, but that's lost out. Last touch by the sophomore Wade Hymas, and it's Jayhawk basketball. Buckway calling things out here for the Jayhawks. Buckway on a drive and a kick. Kierdziewski again. Two early threes for CJ Kierdziewski. He's got 6. Savion able to steal it away. Looking up for Buckway to Kierdziewski. And a timeout taken by APA West Valley. It's 10-2, St. Joe's in the lead. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. Ten to 2, the advantage for St. Joseph. The Jayhawks, it was a little slow out of the gate, really by both teams. We were scoreless 2 minutes in, but since then the three ball from Kierdziewski has been a big differentiator. Hymas here with the ball. Looking in the block here, Prito sends it out, Hymas a three. That shot a little off balance by Hymas, and now a foul here going to be picked up by Beckstead. That'll be his first personal, team first foul on APA West Valley. We talk about Hymas, and when I was talking with Coach Argyle, I said, he's a bit of a spot-up shooter. And that scenario you would think would feel really good. He's a 40% shooter from beyond the arc, Wade Hymas is. Just a sophomore, so a couple more years here at APA West Valley. He'll be a young man to keep your eye on for certain. Here's Buckway. Boy, defense got a little mixed up in a travel here before that shot got away. Dirks was in the corner. The official there to call, and it'll be APA West Valley basketball. Here's Prito. Comes up to help break that press. And that one's stolen away by Kierdziewski to the rim. Left it short, and the last touch by Armstrong. It'll be APA basketball. Boy, this St. Joseph squad, they force so many steals, and we've seen a couple already. Savion's been active defensively. Kierdziewski with that last one. Here's Hymas. Into Prito. Prito, a nice turnaround. Javier Prito, already talked about it. Coach Argyle saying one of the better bigs in the classification, and a great job there of getting into the basketball, and good work in the block, and an offensive foul here. This is going to be called on Dirks, and that'll be the first personal on the sophomore, and the second team foul here on St. Joseph with 2:44 left in our first quarter. Again, you see St. Joseph extending that pressure here a little bit. Here's Hymas. Over with Castillo, now worked around. Here's Memo. Back to Hymas. Being defended there by Kierdziewski. Zone defense here from St. Joe's. Boy, Hymas able to free up in the corner. Don't look now, but here come the Eagles. There's a big-time three there by Hymas, a leading scorer for the Eagles. Pulls them back to one possession. Good help defense there by Prito as it forces St. Joe's all the way back out with Armstrong. Armstrong kicks. Kierdziewski again. That shot too strong. Memo with the rebound for the Eagles. Into the corner. That time Castillo passes out. Memo thought about it. Now looking for somewhere to go. The help there with Prito, and now Hymas. Corner three again from Hymas. It's an 8-0 run put on by APA West Valley. We're tied up at 10 apiece. 1:15 left here in our first quarter. Buckway goes back up top with Kierdziewski. They have yet to get Buckway going. And a travel again in the corner. Buckway, that shot went in. It won't count. But talking with some of the St. Joseph people that said, you know, Buckway, a young man, where once he starts to see that ball go through the rim, good things happen for this offense. I wonder if that'll help him to find that rhythm on the offensive end. Approaching 1 minute left. Chacon looking for help, able to find Hymas. He's gotten hot lately. 2 made threes here for Wade. In the block again. Prito underneath. How about the find from Prito? Able to get it to Alfaro, the senior, scoring on senior night. Pull up from Savion. That rimmed out. Prito taps it out, but it goes to Kierdziewski. And a foul here going to be called as Kierdziewski. Prito was there to defend. Boy, it was tough. I don't know that I saw a ton of contact there, but the official there called it. And it'll be 2 free throws here for CJ Kierdziewski. First free throw, able to just crawl over the front of the rim there for the junior. CJ averaging 13 points a game on the season. I believe he has 9 right now. That one rimmed out on him. In the blocks with Norris. That one sent out. 3-point shot by Memo. Chacon with his first bucket. We talked about the three-point shooting of St. Joe's, but how about the three-point shooting of APA? They've got 3 of them in the first quarter. 5 seconds left. Savion splits the D. And a foul here. And this is called on APA. Oh, they're going to call it on Prito, and that's going to be 2 on Javier. And I thought Javi was straight up. I thought that was defended well. Boy, a crucial call here late in the quarter with just 2 seconds left will send Savion to the line. Coach Argyle arguing his point to the officials as Savion's first free throw can't crawl over the front of the rim. And an uncustomary slow first quarter for the state's leading scorer, Savion Armstrong. Second free throw, good. 3 points now for Savion. 2 seconds left, and they won't get a shot away. It was a slow start, but a frenetic finish. At the end of one, 15-12, APA West Valley leading St. Joseph. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann & Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military variance and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
Start of the second quarter, 15-12. The Eagles leading the Jayhawks. Deseret News Rewind is presented by Heidemann Associates. If you have any legal needs, contact the experts at Heidemann Associates, 801-754-4240 for a free consultation. Good ball movement here by the Eagles. Send it back up top here with Hymas. Frito is trying to establish that position, couldn't get into the basketball. And that one stolen. Armstrong to the rim. Savion back in the books here for St. Joe's to crawl back to within one. Savion now with 5 points in the contest. Only 2 scorers for St. Joe's in that first quarter, Savion and Kierdziewski. How about this drive from Memo? That shot was left shallow. And St. Joe's with the rebound, and Savion pushing the tempo. What a pass ahead to Kierdziewski. And the lead back to the Jayhawks of St. Joe's. Here's Norris. Norris plays over with Hymas, now in the corner. Here's Alfaro, plays it ahead. Prieto in the block, help coming from behind. Prieto. I had a chance to come and kind of scout out West Valley last week. And Javier Prieto is one of those young men where it's like he can be a matchup issue in 2A, and he shows it right there on that play. Good pass over, tough shot, count, oh, a travel instead. Oh goodness, boy, I thought Bourne, the freshman, made an athletic finish, but the travel instead, and Coach Jenkins doesn't look very pleased on the sideline for St. Joe's. APA able to handle that press. Good job there by House to keep that pivot foot down. This APA roster, we mentioned senior night, they're playing a lot of seniors, but they play a lot of youth too. How about Ben Beckstead, the senior, with a nice step through there for the Eagles. Pushing the lead back up here to 3. Buckway trying to drive. Stockton, couldn't tell if that one got deflected. Nearly lost. Nice job keeping it there by Howes. Reverse and just off the front of the rim there from Beckstead. St. Joseph's coming down the other way. Here's Kierdziewski. Play back up. Buckway, a high screen, couple of them, pulls up from 17. Stockton gets the roll. First points of the ball game for Stockton Buckway coming here in the second quarter. Mentioned the second leading scorer for St. Joe's, averages 18 a game. As Hymas from the junction will pass it out. Little floater there, short. Kierdziewski couldn't handle it, and it goes out. He's a little frustrated with himself. He didn't bring that ball in. Substitution here for St. Joe's as Bombella comes on the floor here for the Jayhawks. With 5:08 left here in our first half. Inbounded with Prieto. Over Hymas, thought about the 3. Step back 3. Back of the rim, followed up his shot, but St. Joe's able to come away with it. Savion pushing the floor for the Jayhawks. In the paint, Savion through traffic, couldn't get the finish. Hymas terminates. Oh boy, maybe cleared away a little bit. The St. Joe's faithful thought there was a foul. Hymas gets the 3 away, but that skipped across the rim. Prieto, a no-look pass out to Hymas. Thought about it. St. Joe's still in a zone look here, and Savion intercepts, but taken away by Beckstead. Well, that's why you never give up on a play right there. Ben Beckstead. Sheer stick-to-itiveness, and he's rewarded with 2. Buckway a pull-up from 19. That one too strong. Offensive rebound torn away by Armstrong. In the paint, that shot off target. He thought there was contact looking around, but the officials there didn't see it. Stolen away by Savion, and then a foul here. And if this is on Prieto, that's going to be number 3 on the big man. No, they're going to give it instead to Castillo. That'll be his first. 5th team foul, I believe. Might only be the fourth, actually. St. Joe's to inbound. Here's Buckway, just past the midway point here in our second quarter. Again, a couple high screens for Stockton. Good help there by Preto. And Stockton was playing to the corner with Kierdziewski, and they weren't on the same page. Kierdziewski was just out from that corner, and it's a turnover here for the Jayhawks. Preto gives it back over with Beckstead. Beckstead pull up from 8, couldn't get it to go. Rebound brought in for St. Joe's. Blocked away. Numbers for the Eagles and a travel. Norris knew it, walked with it. He's just trying to get squared up to the rim, and he turns it over. Substitution. Coming on the floor, Knorr back on for the Eagles. Buckway. Buckway with a nice crossover in the paint. Tough finish, Stockton. Buckway. How about that drive and finish at the rim for the senior? He's got 4 points now, all coming in the second quarter. Alfaro plays it out with Knorr. Hymas set to check in here for the Eagles at the next whistle. Norris gives that one over to Castillo, stolen away. Armstrong to the paint, count the bucket and the foul. Savion Armstrong giving the lead back to St. Joe's. That's one of those where if you're playing defense, if you're Castillo, you either got to get back or lay off. Kind of got caught in the middle there. Savion able to recognize it. Armstrong 86% from the line. Good on that one. It's a three-point play, and Savion now with 8 points in the contest. 2:30 left here in quarter number 2. Stolen by Buckway. Ahead for Kierdziewski. It's been a game of runs, and Coach Argyle going to take a timeout to try to quell it. 25-21, St. Joseph in the lead. You're watching Deseret News Rewind, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military experience and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week is presented by Heidemann Associates, brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. If you're ready to take that next step in your life but don't quite know how you're going to pay for it, check out the Utah Army National Guard, where you can earn up to $20,000 in educational assistance from the Utah Army National Guard. To learn more, visit www.nationalguard.com. Eagle basketball. Hymas came in during that timeout. Here's Preto. He'll try the baseline J. Javier Preto. He has been solid tonight for the Eagles, the senior on senior night. Buckway able to get past Hymas, pull up there from the junction, and that shot off the front of the rim. Here comes Memo. Couple screens for Hymas, and St. Joe's fortunate. He got lost on those baseline screens, was open, just missed it. After hitting a couple early ones, Wade Hymas has cooled off here a little bit in the second. Kierdziewski through traffic. What a finish. This St. Joseph squad, man, they have got guards that can get to the rim. Kierdziewski now with 15. That ball lost. Kierdziewski comes away with it. Hands to Buckway. Savion out to Kirjewski. Off target, and the rebound is to Prito. Inside of 1 minute left here in our first half. Worked around with Memo. Prito, look at them collapsing down defensively, and a three in the key. Going to be called here. Another turnover by the Eagles. There's a substitution, Brian Jones coming on the floor here for APA West Valley. 40 seconds left in the half. They hand off with Savion. APA coming up to pressure the ball. They get it out of Savion's hands. They'll try it again. Savion able to handle it. Boy, now terminated in a trap. Knocked out, but it'll stay here. Good pressure defense there by Norris. 18 seconds left in our second quarter. Again, they bring it up on Savion. Savion gets around it. Sends it out. Kirjewski a three. Makes them pay. A three-pointer from Kirjewski. 5 seconds left for Hymas. Hymas through traffic, tough finish, left it short, and the half comes to a close. APA trailed, then led, but they trailed that break. 30-23, St. Joe's with the lead on the road. You're watching Region 17 action, Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
I'm Dusty Litster with Deseret News Rewind, the most comprehensive video coverage of high school sports in the state of Utah. We cover every major sport in the state, bringing you live streams of all the top sports all the way through their state championship games. In football season, we bring the Sunday experience on Friday night. There's nothing else like it with Deseret News Rewind Live, bringing red zone coverage to high school football in the state of Utah. And one of the top videos we have is our top 5 plays, where we take in all the film that we shoot from our games, from video swap partners, and also the schools themselves and fans sending us videos for the Deseret News Rewind top 5 plays and performances of every single week. And then one of our crown jewels is the part interruption style show, Deseret News Rewind. Myself and Dane Stewart recapping the week that was in both boys and also in the girls sports as well, and talking about the kids and breaking things down to a granular level to reach right to the hearts of the parents and the students throughout the state of Utah. The purpose of what we do with Deseret News Rewind is to cover the kids and the schools, and your help and sponsorships allows us to expand what our coverage is going to be and help us become bigger and better with what we do, and continue to help us be on the cutting edge of any video coverage throughout the country as well. We are very passionate about what we do, about covering these kids. We've been over 15 years of broadcasting games and covering the kids in the state of Utah, and your support helps make it possible.
When I go to an employer, I have military variants and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
I am Dusty Litster with Deseret News Rewind, the most comprehensive video coverage of high school sports in the state of Utah. We cover every major sport in the state, bringing you live streams of all the top sports all the way through their state championship games. In football season, we bring the Sunday experience on Friday night. There's nothing else like it with Deseret News Rewind Live, bringing red zone coverage to high school football in the state of Utah. And one of the top videos we have is our top 5 plays, where we take in all the film that we shoot from our games, from video swap partners, and also the schools themselves and fans sending us videos for the Deseret News Rewind top 5 plays and performances of every single week. And then one of our crown jewels is the part interruption style show, Deseret News Rewind. Myself and Dane Stewart recapping the week that was in both boys and also in the girls sports as well, and talking about the kids and breaking things down to a granular level to reach right to the hearts of the parents and the students throughout the state of Utah. The purpose of what we do with Deseret News Rewind is to cover the kids and the schools, and your help and sponsorships allows us to expand what our coverage is going to be and help us become bigger and better with what we do, and continue to help us be on the cutting edge of any video coverage throughout the country as well. We are very passionate about what we do, about covering these kids. We've been over 15 years of broadcasting games and covering the kids in the state of Utah, and your support helps make it possible.
Welcome back here to Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates, brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. Heidemann Associates is a full-service law firm with locations throughout the state of Utah. If you have any legal needs, give them a call. And if you tell them Deseret News Rewind sent you, they'll give you a free consultation. Available from the experts at Heidemann Associates. Call 801-754-4240 or visit utah.law. 30-23 our scores we start this second half. St. Joe's in the lead. It was C.J. Kierdziewski pacing the Jayhawks, had 18 points in that first half. Savion Armstrong had 8, and Stockton Buckway with 4. Meanwhile, for APA, is a travel here called on Kierdziewski on the first possession. For APA, 3 different players with 6 points. Hymas, Beckstead, and Prito all with 6. Chacon had 3, and Alfaro with 2. West Valley, APA West Valley's had a couple of nice runs in this game. They led in that first half as Perito kicks out. Hymas a 3. Back of the rim, it wouldn't go down, and it will be St. Joe's basketball. They actually called it off the top of the backboard, but the top of the backboard is legal. It just can't hit the structure, and that's the message from the APA bench, and the officials now having a discussion. And, an opportunity here, so we're going to go with the, well, he actually first pointed to the arrow, and then said, no, it's going to be their ball, I think, because, oh, they didn't change the arrow. They didn't change the arrow at the start of the second half. The arrow should have been pointing this way, so it's APA basketball. But a good job there by the officials, and we've got a senior official here today that was willing to come over and say, hey, here's a teaching moment, a clarification on the floor, and they get the call right as Perito able to finish. First points of the second half to Javier Perito, the senior now with 8. Here's Savion. Savion with a drive. Boy, tough finish for Savion. Across the body. And Savion Armstrong now in double figures with 10. Chacon over with Hymas. Hymas. What good ball movement. That was Perito that kicked it out. Hymas a 3 straight away. That shot off target. And it is St. Joe basketball. Lead here is 7 for the Jayhawks. I mentioned this was a really tight, well, it was actually a big lead for St. Joe's in the first matchup, heading to the fourth. A big fourth quarter from APA West Valley to close, lost that game by 6 as Dirks got around everyone. He couldn't finish, and here comes Beckstead and the Eagles. Perito hands back to Hymas. Hymas over with Chacon. Hymas scoreless since that first quarter. Perito inside, count the bucket and the foul as Javier Perito gonna head to the line here for the Eagles. That call on Buckway be the first personal on Stockton. First team foul in this second half. And Javier Perito with 2 good looks here in the first 2 minutes. And the free throw won't go, but an offensive rebound brought in by Beckstead. That's a 4-point possession for the Eagles, just what they needed to crawl back to 1 possession. 6 minutes left in our third quarter. Nearly stolen away by Beckstead. Made to Kirjewski, blocked away by Hymas. And then we've got a dual possession, I believe. Yes, indeed. It'll stay here with St. Joe's. Jayhawks to throw in. Dirks sizes up a 3. No good. The rebound is to Beckstead. Here's Alfaro. Beckstead. Good recovery there by this Jayhawk D. Dirks nearly had the steal. Somehow Alfaro was able to come up with it. Hot pass from Beckstead to Hymas. Ball movement. Beckstead sends over to Hymas. Now Perito in the paint again. Taken away by Stockton Buckway. The senior comes up with a nice steal in the blocks from the senior Perito. Kirjewski a 3. And Alfaro does a nice job to win that rebound and play to Hymas, who's on the run here for the Eagles. Chacon double teamed. Hymas a 3. That shot short, out off St. Joe's. It stays here. Hymas inbounds with Perito. St. Joe's still in that zone. They've been in it for most of the contest. How about that spin? But Stockton Buckway able to deflect it away. As here comes Savion. Savion in the paint through 5 Eagles, gets the rebound and the putback. I asked Coach Jenkins how tall Savion was. He says, probably 5'5". He took on every APA player on that one possession and even came down with a rebound. Inside Alfaro. Quick ball movement, a great screen to free up the senior. 4 points. Now for Alfaro. Approaching the midway point here in quarter number 3. Armstrong. Chacon trying to body it up. Savion around into traffic. And this is before the shot, which went down. But this before the shot, bucket won't count. It'll be the first team foul on APA. The substitution, Brian Jones going to come on the floor. Chacon picked up the foul, his first. Buckway to inbound from the baseline. We've actually got a stoppage here to get the book right. They got it. Buckway will throw in. Looking for Kierdziewski. A 3. That shot no good. The rebound is Prito. Hymas able to collect that, and then a travel by Beckstead before he put that ball on the floor. Substitutions for St. Joe's. Randall on the floor. As is, I have 2 23s, and I think I even checked this with Coach Jenkins before the game, and I failed to notate. I think it's Huslin, David Huslin. Armstrong, tough take inside, couldn't get it to go, taken away by Kierdziewski, and then a foul going to be called on Beckstead. How about the defense tonight of this St. Joe's squad? You know, we talk about Savion, Stockton, and CJ. They can score with the best of them. They've given up points this year to a number of teams, but tonight the defense has been locked down. Here's Buckway on the inbound, tries Tim Duncan, couldn't get it to go, but there's Savion with the offensive rebound and putback. His numbers just continue to climb. 14 now for Savion. Worked around to Hymas. In the corner, 3 points. Counted good, and a roar for Brian Jones. The freshman able to score his first points of the night. And the lead cut to 2. Savion around the back, gets help on the screen, but an offensive foul on the screen. APA will inbound here. 2:54 left in our third. Hymas thought about it. Defended by Kierdziewski. Prito inside, but a foul here before the shot. Going to be underneath, and this will be 2 quick ones here on Huslin. And I'm going to go with Huslin. It's either David Huslin or Caden Bombella. My apologies to whoever's family I'm upsetting. As Hymas for 3. That shot just skipped across, kept in. Hymas. Good ball movement here by the Eagles. Straight away, 3-point shot off target. Offensive rebound for Chacon, and an offensive foul, and a good call from up top. I thought Chacon had that arm extended. He'll pick up his second personal here. .220 left here in quarter number 3. Savion. In the paint. Oh boy, that one just couldn't get over the front of the rim. Prito's gonna pick this one up. That'll be number 3 on Javier Prito. The senior Picking that up, and Armstrong back to the line again. I think he's 2 for 3 on the day. First for Savion, good. One more coming. Substitution here for St. Joe's. One more. Armstrong 2 for 2. Eight in the quarter, 16 in the contest for Savion. Corner three, that off the front of the rim, but an offensive rebound for APA. Chacon. I don't know how he got that shot away, but Memo with an impressive offensive rebound and score for the Eagles. High screen Savion, how about that juke to the rim? The body shimmy from Savion, and the lead pushed back to 4 here. Prito working in the blocks, turn around, Javier Prito. A thing of beauty, and a timeout taken by APA. 40-38, 1:19 left here in the third. Timeout, we'll take it with them. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates, and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military variance and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
.119 left here in the third, out of the APA timeout. The Eagles trying to get what would be a big win here, as we've got a foul going to be called here on APA. This is going to go, I think, on Jones. Be his first. Of course, every team in 2A making the state playoffs this year, but seeding going to be done via RPI, so these games become critical to final seeding and potential home games on the line in the first round of the playoffs. If you can get wins, is a nice play to get that ball to the rim, and a foul called on the shot will mean 2 free throws here for St. George, as it will be the second personal here on Brian Jones. 2 in the contest and 2 in the last 20 seconds or so. 1:08 left here in the third. Of course, this Region 17, man, it is difficult. You've got Roland Hall, one of the top teams in the classification. You have Layton Christian, a power in 2A every year. And then you've got the state's leading scorer and 3 of the top 10 leading scorers in the classification in these 2 teams. 3 from Jones, no good. Hymas with a rebound. Looks backside, couldn't get it to go down. And an offensive rebound for Kierczewski. Nearly threw it away. And it will be St. Joe's basketball. .45 seconds left in the quarter. High screen for Savion. Savion, spin move. Savion Armstrong. You want to see a demo of this young man? Rewind that play and look at that. Goodness. Savion missed the and one. And a foul. I think it's going to be, on Savion. He was looking that way. Yes, it will be. Second personal on Savion. APA West Valley to inbound here with 30 seconds left. Hymas into Prito. Patience here by the Eagles. Hymas and an offensive foul. Stockton Buckway stood in and took one. And the offensive foul, the first personal on Hymas with 17 seconds left. It'll be Jayhawk basketball. Again, they're going to come up, try to force Savion's hand. The clock down to 5. Savion over to Kirjewski. Had it knocked away, and now a jump ball going to be called with 1.3 left. It'll be APA basketball. Boy, what a job was that Noor that came in for the Eagles, as it prevents St. Joe's from getting a shot off here near the end of the third. APA will get a look with 1.3 left. Home run ball for Noor. Oh, just rimmed out. What a play for the Eagles that nearly goes. And that's how the third quarter ends. 43-38, St. Joseph leading APA West Valley. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann and Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military variance and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
Start of the fourth quarter. As St. Joe's comes out shooting early on, can't get it to go. Rebound is to Hymas. What a third for Savion Armstrong. Had 12 points in the quarter, 20 in the contest. But offense for APA West Valley starting to find itself. Corner three, that shot no good. It'll be St. Joseph basketball. 12 points for Prito now, 8 for Beckstead. Hymas still stuck on 6. Remember, he hit those 2 early threes. And I don't have him with a field goal or a point since. Armstrong finds a lane to the rim, and he just keeps on scoring. You know, the incredible thing is we're going to have a foul here on Kirjewski. Is Savion just takes 3 or 4 guys and just runs around him, works around him, does a great job. And I mentioned a young man that came up in the Weber Valley, ended up transferring over to St. Joseph's, and it's been a great decision. Was one of the top scorers last year, is the top scorer in the state this year. Savion Armstrong. This young man can ball, as a foul here going to be called on Huslin. Came into Chacon, and Memo here will head to the line to shoot 2. This is about what the largest lead has been in the contest for St. Joe's. These would be valuable free throws for the Eagles as the gym here goes quiet on senior night, and one of the seniors trying to step up and hit a couple of big buckets late as Memo hits the first, one more to come. One for two on the trip. The rebound brought down by St. Joe's. Here's Buckway, floats it, too strong. Offensive rebound, they try to outlet it. Savion somehow comes away with it, feeds that over. Little 10-footer, good for the Jayhawks. Prito left it short, offensive rebound and a putback. Javi Prito, he's got to be the guy right now, as a full timeout here going to be taken by St. Joe's. We'll keep it here. 6:48 left in our fourth quarter, and want to remind you, Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week is presented by Heidemann & Associates. If you have any legal needs, maybe you're looking for a living will and trust, you got a business dispute, maybe a neighbor dispute, construction problem, whatever it might be, give the experts at Heidemann & Associates a call, 801-754-4240. Locations up and down the Wasatch Front, down in St. George. Free consultations available from the experts at Heidemann Associates. You can visit utah.law to learn more. Also want to thank the Utah Army National Guard. Up to $15,000 in signing bonuses available through the Utah Army National Guard, depending on job type chosen. Over 150 different job training pathways available through the Utah Army National Guard. It's more than just military service, engineering, medical, all sorts of different fields available. To learn more, visit www.nationalguard.com. Also want to share, we've been talking about Memo Chacon tonight, the senior. On senior night, they've got a poster. It's listed Daymore Chacon. So if I've been giving him a nickname that I shouldn't have been, my apologies to Daymore. A roster that I pulled down off the internet, which never lies, had Memo, hence the source, but Daymore Chacon with 6 tonight. High screens for Savion. Armstrong cutting through the lane, and a foul as Savion Armstrong will head back here to the line for St. Joe's. As the foul, I think, on Beckstead. That'll be number 3 on the senior Beckstead. And Savion with a chance to push this lead back up, makes the first, has one more to come. One for 2 on the trip, but an offensive rebound to St. Joe's. And Savion now gonna pull it out, but Beckstead able to create a turnover. Beckstead into traffic, and Savion gonna be called for the foul. He thought it was all ball. Coach Jenkins thought it was all ball. The official saying it's number 3. 6:26 left, the third personal on Savion. He's got 22, Kierdziewski with 18. 40 of the 48 tonight. Excuse me, that's actually wrong. Savion has 23. So 41 of the 48 tonight coming from Savion and CJ, as Ben misses the first free throw. He's got one more here. Beckstead, that time too strong, and Savion pulls down the rebound. Savion just around Eagles, but couldn't get it to go down. Rebound and then taken away by Savion, but a dual possession here forced by Armstrong, and now Prito gonna come on the floor. Coach Argyle recognizing he needs his big man back on here with 6:14 left. Prito will come on for Casey Norris. Eagle basketball. There's Beckstead. Inside to Prito, but a great job in the paint to knock that away. Savion around Prito, but Prito does enough. to make it tough. Prito put back, Savion with a putback. 2 more for Armstrong. Into the corner, 3-point from Alfaro, couldn't go. Prito, a rebound and a foul on Savion, number 4. And they actually didn't call it on Savion. They actually gave that to number 1. Prito at the line. My apologies, Savion wearing 11, and I just missed it, my bad. Substitution here for both sides. Castillo back on the floor. Dirks on the floor for St. Joe's. It's Prito. 0 for 2. Beckstead has gone 0 for 2. Now Prito 0 for 2 in the last minute or so for APA at the line. Here's Hymas into the paint. Hymas, tough shot. Count the bucket, good. His first point since the first quarter. They needed him from their sophomore leading scorer, Wade Hymas, and now he heads to the line to shoot. And finally a free throw that'll go down for APA. As a team, just 55% from the line coming in. They've probably been about that average tonight. They've left points there. Savion, again, that double team coming up. And Savion over and back. The ball went into the backcourt. Good pressure by Hymas. I think Coach Jenkins is saying there was a foul there, but I don't know that I saw enough that I would have called it. Now a timeout going to be taken by Coach Jenkins. He wants a 30-second. We'll take it with him. You're watching Deseret News Rewind, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military variance and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
5:08 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll pause for station identification. Wait, there is no station identification because we're digital and online. Hope you're enjoying the stream wherever you're at. And we've got a good one here. Region 17 action. APA West Valley, St. Joe's, a key region battle. And this has been a fun one. APA basketball, 5:08 left. They beat Layton Christian earlier this year on senior night. Most of the seniors said it was their favorite memory for this year. Can they knock off St. Joe's? Be a great way with the state tournament just around the corner here in 2A. Beckstead a 3, left it short. Hymas tries to throw it out off of a St. Joe's player, but a great job there by St. Joseph, able to recognize it and keep the possession. Here's Buckway. Boy, had it knocked away by Beckstead, but Beckstead here going to pick up the foul. That'll be number 4 called on Ben Beckstead. And that's the 10th team foul, so it'll be double bonus the rest of the way. And 9 team fouls on APA West Valley. On St. Joe's. So it's 10 on West Valley, 9 on St. Joe's. So it's double bonus the rest of the way on both sides. Buckway, good on the first. So truth be told, I keep unofficial stats here, and I missed 2 points in the third quarter. Don't remember if they came from Buckway or from Savion, as Buckway goes 2 for 2 at the line. I've got him with 6 points in the contest, could have 8. 6 for sure. 4.5 left here in regulation. Into Prito. Prito, too strong, tries to tap it out, and an offensive foul on Prito, number 4. So Prito with 4, Beckstead with 4. And we head down to shoot free throws with the Jayhawks. It'll be CJ Kierczewski. Remember, he had that hot first half. 18 points in the first half from Kierdziewski to really help St. Joe's. Offense took a little bit of time to get going. Kierdziewski really led the way. His free throw, first one no good. He's got one more here. Looking for his first points of this second half. 0 for 2, the rebound is to APA. Alfaro comes down with it. Hymas comes to gather. Hymas for 3. No good. Hymas finds the rebound to him. Works around the defense. Hymas again. Hymas with 5 in the quarter, 11 in the contest. Armstrong plays it over. What a find by Savion. Hymas, that 3 won't go. Tapped out. Nice teamwork there by APA to keep that ball in the half court. Hymas, baseline again. When I talked with Coach Argyle, he said this is a young man who last year was a spot-up shooter. This year he's learning how to create his own shot. He's done it here in the fourth quarter. They've needed it. They'll need him too for the final 3:09. Armstrong fouled on the shot. Savion to the line here as Castillo picks up his 3rd personal. First free throw from Armstrong, good. Pushes the lead back up to 7. He averages 34 points a game, and APA has found a way to limit him to just 26. Crazy. They've limited him to 26 as Armstrong goes 1 for 2. Hymas with the rebound. Prito couldn't secure it, and now a dual possession going to be called, and Prito, St. Joseph wanted the foul. It would have been number 5. I thought that was a good dual possession call by the officials. Arrow gives it to the Jayhawks. Buckway around Eagle defenders and now going to show some patience. Nice trap there by APA. St. Joe's able to handle it. Buckway, pull up from 6. Stockton, Buckway. Unofficially 8 points for him. 4 in the second, 4 in the fourth. 2:25, Hymas a 3. That shot short, Prito, foul, and Javier Prito has fouled out. Talking about the senior Javier Prito, we talked about his ability, his size. He's a young man you can run the offense through, and the senior here on senior night has fouled out with 2:21 left. Unofficially 14 points for Prito. That's his average. He was good tonight. But when you're bigger than the other guys and some of those fouls of trying to get rebounds and coming through players become a little more apparent, have to figure out a little more way to disguise some of that. Officials tonight, I can think of 2 or 3 where he got called on that same scenario, and he ends up, his senior night come to a close early. Buckway missed the first, he's got one more, gets it to roll. Buckway 80% from the line on the year. Where's the offense going to come from for APA? Hymas started off shooting well from beyond the arc. He's gone cool since. Three-point try. That shot no good. The rebound is to St. Joe's, nearly thrown away. Good pressure by APA, but Armstrong comes away with it. Receives it back, 1:45 left in regulation. Buckway, pull up, couldn't get the roll, and the rebound brought down by APA. Hymas will take the three, rimmed out. How about that lead pass for Buckway? Stockton able to track that down. Good find to Kierdziewski. Couldn't get it, and Buckway comes out with it. Savion there with help. Coach Argyle was a little frustrated at the hesitation of the defense to come out and defend. Armstrong here going to pull things out. No shot clock in high school basketball as we approach 1 minute left, and St. Joe's looking very content here to take as much time off the clock as they can. Coach Argyle yelling to foul, and eventually they will. This foul given by Jones, his third, and it will send Buckway back to the line, but after a timeout. Timeout, APA. 56 seconds left. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates and brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
When I go to an employer, I have military variance and education on my resume, and it's always impressed them. It's always given me that edge. They know that I'm somebody that would be dependable and hardworking, that I know how to work in stressful environments, but still overcome it and get the job done. I know I owe that all to the National Guard and joining the military.
56 seconds left here in regulation. Stockton Buckway has helped to seal this game from the line tonight. He's got two more, and that one rims out for the senior captain. One for two on the trip for Buckway. 10 points now for Stockton, and their three leading scorers for St. Joe's now in double figures. Three-point shot there by Jones, no good. Rebound is to St. Joe's. And a foul here given by Hymas, his second. And it will be CJ Kierdziewski heading down to shoot a pair. Kierdziewski just a sophomore, or just a junior. Wow, I don't know where that came from. CJ just a junior. Savion and Stockton, pair of seniors. His first free throw for Kierdziewski, no good. Substitution here for APA. CJ again. 1 for 2 on the trip, and those are the first points for CJ since that second quarter, 19 for him. Tough shot, no good. Chacon following it up, he'll send it out. Hymas a three. Timeout taken by APA. Still life for the Eagles. 26 seconds left. You're watching Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week, presented by Heidemann Associates, brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the Army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the Army goes rolling
26 seconds left. Full court press here by APA and a quick foul given. It'll be Buckway walking down to shoot a pair. Want to remind you, Deseret News Rewind. Join Dusty Litzer and myself each week on Deseret.com for new videos. We'll take you throughout the state of Utah, including highlights from Region 17, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, of course 6A and 5A. As we'll catch up on all the happenings, performances, results, and how about our top fives each week? Had a fun one this last week, our top 5 stadiums. We'll have our top 5 rivalries coming up next week. That'll be a fun one. That one tapped out to Buckway, and he'll get fouled and head back to the line where he's been 1 of 2 for much of this fourth quarter. Of course, we also have our top 5 plays each week, and want to thank St. Joe's the coaching staff. We were able to connect with them. Savion Armstrong made our top 5 last week. He had I think it was a 41-point performance and a win against Waterford. As Buckway frustrated, he missed that one. And right now, this is becoming mental. Coach Jenkins. Oh, I don't think you can see that on the screen, but he did an impersonation of Stuckway saying, hey, man, step in there, stand in there, be confident. Stockton does, and that one doesn't go down either. Offensive rebound by Dirks and a foul, and now it will be Dirks heading to the line. I'll tell you what, both these two coaches have been great. Want to thank Coach Argyle of APA. He's been very accommodating. APA's been great in having us here tonight, getting us all set up. Man, they ran cable. They did all the hard work. Thanks to APA here for having us, and Coach Argyle for his time in preparation, and Coach Jenkins as well. Great to get out and get to know some of these coaches and all they do to help their programs and players succeed, as Dirks ends up going 1 for 2 on the trip. The lead pushed back to 11, 20 seconds left. Hymas another 3, that shot too strong. Offensive rebound, able to get it. That one scored by Jones. And another foul, and CJ now to the line with 8.9 left. First free throw from CJ, good. CJ goes 1 of 2, rebound by Hymas. 6 seconds left. Hymas end to end, score it. And with that, the game comes to a conclusion. St. Joe's comes down to APA West Valley, and they'll leave with a 63-55 win over the Eagles, spoiling senior night. Our Utah Army National Guard most consistent performer? How about Savion Armstrong? The night he had tonight, unofficially with 26 points. APA did a nice job against him, but still was able to help pace the way for St. Joe's to walk out with the victory. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. I want to thank you for joining us here on Deseret News Rewind's Game of the Week. St. Joseph with a 63-55 win over APA.